Hackers are a grave threat to the national security.
I'm getting hacked.
System breach. Firewall 1.
We got a problem. We're being hacked.
We should really look into finding a better security expert.
You are listening to Don't Get Hacked, the premier resource on cybersecurity, information protection, and online accountability.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got the new format today. Pretty exciting. Again, the goal of the new format is to give you some real-life examples of hacks, breaches, vulnerabilities, stupidity, just all-out misuse of your information, and ways that you can protect yourselves. Again, sometimes you can't. Sometimes all you can do is clean up the mess or attempt to clean up the mess. But I wanted to start the first new formatted episode talking about a win for privacy. Anybody who watched or listened to the Apple Worldwide Developers Conference that was last week, you heard about Apple's attempt to protect your information in that they will no longer allow default sharing between different sites. So what does that mean? We've all done it. You go out to Amazon and you search for something. You search for, I don't know, new wheelbarrow. I just borrowed a wheelbarrow from a friend. But you search for a new wheelbarrow and you don't buy it, or, you know, you decide you're going to look around, or you're going to go to the store and look at something. And then you go into Facebook, and it just so happens there's an ad in Facebook for that wheelbarrow or for wheelbarrows. So that's called browser sharing between sites. And it's right now, it's what everyone does. You see it on your computer, you see it on your smartphone, you see it on your tablet, you see it everywhere. That it just so happens that you do something. Google is a big offender of this. But you do something, and then you're in a different system, and that something is referenced. It happens all the time. So Apple came out, and they said, look, we're done with sharing between companies unless the user wants to. We're going to give them that option to share it, which is awesome. This is a major step, folks. This is a major win. This means that Facebook is going to get hit right where they need to, in the pocketbook. This means that advertising is going to take a major hit to their bottom line. Because without that data, they can't market to you. They can still advertise, but they can't find out information about you that you don't give them. So this really references things like sharing a site on Facebook. So I'm on a blog right now, Sophos blog on security, and there's buttons: Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn, Reddit, where you can just click and share. Well, if you do that, those websites now have shared data about you. So Apple's saying, if you do that on one of our products, we're going to say, with a message that pops up to you, we're going to say, do you want to share this between different sites? And if you say no, it's not going to let it. This is phenomenal. Now couple this with the fact that 81% of Apple devices, according to WWDC last week, 81% of Apple devices are on the latest iOS update, meaning they had the latest security patches, as opposed to 6% by our friends at Android. Apple is making a very conscious effort to protect your information. And we have to applaud Apple. We have to. We have to thank them for trying to do good. Now, this isn't coming out until iOS 12, which is later this year. Usually, I think it's September when they come out with the new iOS. But this is a big step. Apple isn't required to do this. It's in Apple's interest not to do this because they make money by sharing that data. But when iOS 12 comes out, half of the smartphones on the market will now be able to instantly protect their information, and that's phenomenal. And that's why it's our first episode topic of the new format. Say what you want about Apple versus Android and features and all that stuff. Apple did well today. So that's it for today. Short episode, new format. Very excited. Stay tuned. Please like, rate, and subscribe to Don't Get Hacked.
This has been Don't Get Hacked with your host, Matthew Williams. Please don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes, or visit us at don'tgethackedpod.com.
Imagine, if you will, a man who'd open up as much as he can, broken all his basic rules, to try and show humanity with you.